Hello, fellow didgeridoo players and people interested in playing didgeridoo. I have a confession to make. I made the number one mistake that didgeridoo makers and players advise against. I bought what I thought was gonna be a good didgeridoo on Amazon. It turned out I was wrong. But if you've made a similar mistake, you could join me and we'll actually fix this didgeridoo and bring out the full potential of this instrument. Because what I got was basically an unfinished log. So if we take a closer look at this Teak Didgeridoo, it's not so bad looking. It's got a nice glossy finish. It's got a bell on it. It's got a wooden mouthpiece. Which is actually pretty comfortable to play. But once you start taking closer looks at this, that's when the problems start coming out. Now, some of the concerning parts, at least when it comes to cosmetics, is down here on the bottom. If you look at this, that's right here, all this and all this is all water damage. This didgeridoo must have been sitting down on some cement against the wall somewhere where it was wet, humid, and it was just soaking up all that water. Like, the water damage is really bad on there, to the point where you see this big crack over here. There is another crack right there. Even on the inside, if you look, you could see where the cracks are, and they're not even, it's not even filled in. It's like a big crater there on the inside. So the sound doesn't have any kind of smooth surface to travel on. That's why it sounds muddled. That's where you want your sound to bounce off of and come out sounding like it's supposed to. So let's take a closer look. If we look inside, we could see why the didgeridoo sounds the way it does. All of these wood splinters and unfinished surfaces are what's making it sound so muffled. The sound has nowhere to bounce off of and be able to sound crisp, clean, and vibrant. Each and every single one of these splinters is impeding the movement of sound through the instrument, which is exactly why it sounds like you're playing into a pillow. Even the edges of these cracks are not filled in. There's not a smooth surface to be found in this instrument for sound to resonate. Even when we take a look at the mouthpiece, you could see the shag rug all the way down the instrument. The first time I played, I had one of these splinters fly into my mouth when I breathed in. It's not good. Alright, now that we've seen the inside of this instrument, let me give you a quick demo of more or less how it sounds, so we could have a before and after, and see if the work that I did on this instrument actually improved it, made it worse. And it'll be a learning experience for myself and everybody watching, I suppose. but it sounds like you're playing into a pillow. I think that it has a lot more potential to sound clearer, crisper, and be able to have the overtones a little more audible than they currently are. I know that because this is tuned to an F, even though it's more of an E, in that range, the overtones don't always come out as crisp as the didgeridoos in the lower ranges, but they could definitely sound crisper than they do. And the other thing that I've noticed is when you try to get like flute tones out of this, they're not very easy to get, and you could only get like the slightest sound. And I think the reason why is because of that shag rug inside that you saw. So during the time that I'm going to be repairing this, I'm not going to be playing this instrument for obvious reasons. I don't want to get the wood wet and get my spit in there before I had time to finish it and protect it so that it doesn't crack on me, and I have a good instrument that's going to last me for a while. Because truth be told, this has some solid bones, it's just unfinished, so there's potential in it. What I'm gonna do is simple. Sandpaper of varying grit. So we have some really coarse stuff here to be able to get off all those splintery pieces that you've seen, get off the bigger chunks. Then we have progressively finer paper. We have 500 grit, we have 1200 grit. This will give us a really, really nice smooth surface so that the sound can bounce off of and reverberate off of nicely and clearly. Not like right now where it sounds like it's being played into a pillow. And as you saw, that's basically what it is on the inside. It's just a bunch of fluff absorbing all the vibrations and all the sounds. So I'm gonna take these advanced tools that I have called ramming sticks. And what we're going to do with these ramming sticks is we're going to take a little bit of hot glue, put 2 dabs, because we don't need sandpaper around the whole thing, we just need it on about half of the stick. We'll cut off a proper piece, and then we'll be able to go in varying depths and properly be able to sand down what we need from that side, from the mouthpiece side, and after we're all done with that, we'll take the boiled linseed oil and make sure that it's nicely coated on the inside and let it cure for about a week or 2. I know this says 24 hours, but you know, we're going to be playing this instrument. There's going to be saliva, there's going to be humidity, there's going to be temperature changes as you're playing it, the vibrations. So we want this to be coated, protected from all the different various elements while we're playing. And in the end, it's going to hopefully sound clearer, better, stronger, and I'm gonna be happy playing it instead of upset every single time I play it, sense of the mistake that I made. And I'm also going to sand off, hopefully, some of this wet damage and water damage so that it doesn't look so grody. And if not, then maybe I'll put a darker varnish on it or something to cover it up. But aside from that, yeah, I hope you'll join me on the next video where hopefully I'll have a finished didgeridoo to present as well as play. So I hope to see you there. Thanks for stopping by.